Welcome back everyone, Dirch here, and I'm really excited about today's gun, and this is one of the few COV guns I've done so far. I think I've only done one, and that was before I was level 50. So in this format, I think this is the first COV gun I've done. The gun I'm doing is the Sawbar. It's back. And holy crap, this thing is cool. Damn, with two-fang even cooler. So the Sawbar was a Borderlands 2 Pearl, and it was one of my favorites. And I've not heard great things about it in this game, and I think that range is a little bit too long. And that could be why. But this is a COV. It used to be a Bandit, so that is appropriate. And I'm pumped to try this out. Now I do have the Becca with me, because you do run into fire enemies on this map. But I'm totally stoked to give this a shot. So let's see if we can figure out the range. Not far enough for them, and the bullets don't keep going, so when the enemies get close, that is no good, and without the explosions, it's not the best. So there we go. That was his range. So here's the range. No, that's too close. There we go. So this is kind of a sweet spot gun that you kind of got to learn that spot with. But like right there, you can see that guy was behind cover and I was able to shoot him. Okay, there it is. Now the Sawbar, I wonder, are they going straight out? The Sawbar in the Borderlands 2, the pellets went out kind of at an angle, and you could actually land 4 pellets on crit, and then also hit them with the splash damage and get like crazy damage. So this thing is looking like there's some potential here. It's just gonna be managing the range of it. I'm gonna just clear some shield. Oh, this is not good. Alright. I should have known that dog was coming. So like right there, definitely had some potential. This gun is doing a good amount of damage when I can get the sweet spot down. Now, I wish they would just tone down that distance. Wait, why is it not exploding? Is this just... or is that some weird false wall? There it is. There's a false wall there. So, if we could tone that down a little bit, and just get it a little closer, I think this gun is awesome. So Gearbox, if you're watching, that is it. So let's talk about this a little bit and take a peek at it. So it's a cool looking, just really rough, gnarly punk rock neon 90s looking gun. I dig it. Let's get the UI out of the way and appreciate this. Oh, it's got the bottle. Like that was the promise of like the Borderlands 2 Bandit guns. Is they're going to have like these weird parts on them, but they had to scrap it because I want a good angle of that bottle. With like the mixed manufacturer parts and stuff, it just didn't quite work. That's a good shot. All right. That's a screenshot. But man, this thing, can we bring there's the... Let's actually play with skins on this thing. Ooh, that's... Holy crap. I actually kind of like that. Ooh, that almost looks like the OG because it was like red and gray. Black Dragon. I like that. That looks like the original Sawbar. Red sand. It's poop. Ink can kill. That's kind of cool too, but I'm going to keep it the OG. Actually, yeah, let's look at parts too. I forgot to do that in some of them. So, minus damage, minus accuracy, plus damage, minus heat per shot. That's actually probably good. You don't overheat as fast. The original Sawbar had a huge magazine. So this thing should be able to shoot for a long time. Damage. It looks like I have pretty decent parts on this thing. There's some minus damage, but it helped your heat per shot, which is probably pretty important for this. So I think I got pretty good parts on this Sawbar. So the original one, I believe each splash was 85% in fire, and it was unlisted. And the first pellet would keep going, but that doesn't seem to happen with this one. It seems like the first pellet stops, and then the three split off, which dulls it a little bit from the original, because that original, you could just put on so many hits with it. So if you crit them with... You could crit them if you got it just right, which was really tough. But you could hit an enemy with four crits and 3 splash damages for 85% each, I believe it was. I could be off on the splash damage percentage. But when you got that sweet spot dialed in, it was deadly. So like this, I should be hitting him there at distance, even if the range would fall short, I should have been hitting him. So you see, when I get those guys and keep them in that sweet spot, it's just hard to keep them in that sweet spot. Alright, let's so there, I'm too far. And they melt pretty fast once you get them in that sweet spot. And if you have multiple enemies in that sweet spot... Alright, this guy is going to just crowd me, so let's just take him out. It's just, yeah, this is a gun that takes some practice and takes some getting used to. And I haven't done it with this gun yet. Why are these enemies not spawning? Usually I have a bunch of enemies around me. Do I need to kill these guys first? So this is one of those things where it's cool, is you can kind of, like I said, shoot around those walls and take these guys out. There we go. Alright, so if I can get this down here... Oh, they're crowding me. It has a spot, but like I said, it's not like everything. And you can just straight up shoot that guy and take him out, and not a terrible amount of shots.
Distract them.
Alright, they're too close. It's such a small sweet spot ranges. I'm thinking the pellets aren't going out as much of an angle, because the Borderlands 2 one was more forgiving. Where is this guy around here? I swear it's... There he is. Yeah, because it seems very, like, linear. Again, when I get those sweet spots going, it is awesome. But it's hard to get them. Oh, there's a flamethrower, so I'm gonna have to back at him. Where is this guy?
Another.
So yeah, that's another good example there. I could kind of shoot around it. And so I wonder up here. That was good. It's just too far. It needs to lighten up and be a little more flexible and put more of an arc back into it. But the potential there is really there. So I don't think this thing sucks. I think it's a very solid rifle. I'm using too much ammo trying to find that range, but this is the first time really playing with it. This is one of those, I don't know if it's a skill cap gun, I don't really want to call it, because you don't need a whole lot of skill once you get that range down. But it is a gun that takes a little bit to learn.
You there, how are your last breaths going?
Where's this badass? Yeah, so yeah, once I get it dialed in, it does pretty good, but man, it's not easy to dial in. And these guys are just going to rush me, so... And this is fire on shields. And I do not have Mayhem on like usual. But it is taking a little bit longer to kill these guys because I have to kind of manage that range with it. So, and this a lot of times too, it's not a main weapon. It is a like utility is not really the right word, but a supplementary weapon or like a situational weapon. You know, it's not a weapon you try to kill every enemy with, as I'm doing in this build. As far as characters, so Flak has the potential to be really good with this because you can kind of control distances with your pet to a point. You know, this could be a good pet build gun. Put out your gamma burst where you want it. Kind of taunt your pet around there. Get enemies around the gamma burst. Get them all irradiated, and then just light them up with the Sawbar here. Also, maybe like throw a Quasar in there or Singularity. Kind of pull the enemies where you want them. There's some definite possibility there. Amara definitely has a ton of synergy with this because of Phase Grasp, but also she can increase your area of effect on the splash and all of her elemental abilities to like heal and everything with it. So Amara's got crazy synergy with this gun. Zane, I don't know if he can use his... Well, his clone would be terrible with this.
Feel the bloodlust.
Let's see, where are these ratchets? These guys are gonna be hard with this thing. But if he can manage his distance with his like clone and drone, this could be a really good gun with that. The let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to think with him. But Moe's, I don't know if Moe's can manage the space either. So Flak and Amara might be the best because they can kind of manage the space of it.
Go for the eyes.
This thing does take a bit to cool off. I mean, you can shoot it for a while. So that's good. Is he dead yet? Alright, let's get these guys and that ratch. So that's the good thing, it's right there. That was a good example of getting that range down and sweet spotting with that. And you can just tear guys down. So let's see if I can get it on him. Oh, he can't. Yeah, so he moved towards me, and I... So it was doing good until I lost the range. And no
Accelerating. Superior skill.
So I think I'm gonna skip little Private Beans over there because he's like all shield and well, screw it. I always do him. Let's be consistent, right, people? Consistency is king. That's what my old bosses used to say. I am gonna pick up a little bit of ammo because I am kind of holding down to that trigger, trying to find that range. Which, again, if you use this thing a decent amount and dial it in, it's going to be good. It's not a bad gun at all, is what I'm feeling. And if you build around this too, yeah, there's some real good potential there. I'm really excited to do this with tomorrow. Because again, with phase grasp, you can get that range down. You can group guys together. I have a, what kind of grenade? Yeah, there we go. Let's get rid of the shield. The hex probably did most of the work there. Let's be honest. Hey, look, a Wester gun. Haha. I'm just letting my low characters pick those up at this point for cash. Just let it go to my lost loot. I got like 8 or 9 of them in my on a mule, so he drops them too often, and I'm doing a lot of these runs. So I will probably use some shock damage to take down Tron's shield, and then we'll see. I got a feeling this is going to rip him apart after that. But yeah, I'm really excited to use this thing on tomorrow. Yeah. It's unfortunately going to be another phase grasp tomorrow. But yeah, she will be able to just annihilate with this thing. But yeah, I mean, Flak does have some nice synergy here. So here we go. How cool is that? Like, they're hiding behind the walls, and I can just kill them. Like, that is sweet. That's what I'm talking about. So a lot of people, again, have been writing this thing off quite wrongly. So it is going in an arc there, because it was hitting somebody in and outside of the building. Uh-oh. I might need to heal there as I'm reloading my Becca. And then he dies. Isn't there somebody inside of there? Yeah. So here again, there's a group of guys. Can I back off a little bit and just kill them all? Yep, I can. Oh no, this guy somehow saved it. Alright, so these guys are going to be fun. So that's what it can do. Where's the other guy hiding? And you still want to hit him with the bullets. Oh, he's a badass. Let me get his shield down at least. Oh, I almost killed that guy by shooting at the Nog. So that was pretty decent. It's still a little hiccupy, and I just need to spend more time with it. It's almost like sometimes I'm better off not hitting the guys, because when I do, all the projectiles aren't going off. And that's where it really worked well in Borderlands 2 version of this gun, is if the pellets like split at all, they didn't need to travel the full distance to explode. Where in this one, it kind of seems like they do. So that was the cool thing. Like I said, with the sweet spots, you could hit somebody in the crit, potentially if you dial that very, very specific distance in, with 4 pellets and 3 splashes. This one, you can't really quite do that. But I'm getting better at the range. But yeah, it seems like it's such a tight range that enemies all often like they're like kind of walk out of it.
Some days you hunt, some days you are hunted. A slaughter to remember.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's quite as good as the Borderlands 2 variant, but man, when I'm dialing it in, it is doing good stuff. Alright. Not going to make the mistake and not pull out the Liuta again on this guy. And just like take 75% of his health in like a second. Alright, so one more of those should do it. You are gonna get in my way. You need to die. Alright, where are you? There we go. That's good range. And if it didn't overheat, I would have had him. Although I still do. So yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. This could have some bossing potential if you build around it right, because it's easier to... A lot of bosses are slow. I mean, although the bosses you could wreck with it are probably easier to wreck with other guns. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to like where's the spot for this gun in the game. I think it's going to be largely ignored by a lot of people because it is kind of a weird gun that takes some getting used to. And usually those guns never really kind of see the light too much. I almost thought there was a white anointed there for a second, which is super rare, but I've seen some. I don't know if they're actually rare. Maybe I just don't notice them most of the time. But yeah, the Sawbar, super cool gun in my opinion. I'm just really glad it's back. I'm gonna do cool things with it, I promise you. Again, I'm pretty sure Amaro's gonna be able to destroy with this. But let me know if you guys have used it and what characters you maybe used it on. People always want me to do some fadeaway, so let's do some Gorillas in the Mist. I mean, that was actually decent. I kind of hit that range right away and wrecked a bunch of people. And hit a bunch of crits with the splash. So yeah, I mean, I think there at show that's pretty damn solid. You know, I don't know if Moze would be good at maintaining that distance.
Strike.
I mean, I could probably use my attack commands more to hold that distance. I don't really use the attack commands all that often. Damn, I'm like dialing this in right now. So it's not taking that long. Oh, these guys are grouped up nicely. What am I backed up against? There we go. Yeah, I just don't know if Moze will be able to keep the distance good, but Moze could do a lot with that splash damage and just kind of shoot it. Well, I don't know how she affects like heat on COV guns. Maybe she does. Let me know. You know, I'm kind of new to Moze, haven't done much with her, so yeah. And I'm sure there's some COV perks you can get to kind of help the heat to shoot this thing longer. Moze can you obviously do ammo mitigation, which is good because this thing can chew through some ammo, especially trying to dial it in. Zane, I'm just kind of curious on, but I mean, it would definitely be bad to put this in his clone's hands because that guy won't know what to do with it. But man, this thing is awesome. And I'm so excited that it's back. It's one of my favorite guns, and yeah, it's dope. That's it. So thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, or dislikes, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that stuff, and I will talk to you a bit later. Bye.